What is happening, troops? Welcome back to Scottish Football Weekly, brought to you by Wireless.
Hello.
I've got Callum Glasgow at my left, Mr. Craig Honest to my right.
Yep.
Let's kick off, lads. It was an exciting week that's seen Celtic extend their lead at the top to 12.
Did they?
Smashing.
We can skip past that bit. Jim Goodman picking up his first points of his Dundee United first win.
Tenure?
Tenure? We'll go with tenure. And again, I'm already joined by Mr. Cal, Mr. Craig. How are we feeling?
Deflated.
Aye, raging. To be
Let
honest
down.
with you. We've only got an hour. I could go on a rant all night about the weekend, so.
Right.
Aye.
We'll just dive into it. Do you want me to cheer you up?
Quick.
Go on.
Do you want me to cheer you up?
Yes.
We'll dive into the first little segment of the show.
I think it's the first big segment.
The first big segment,
Oh.
the big 3 points.
Come on.
Now, the big 3 points is brought to you by the Football Interactive app, Who's That Player, which you can get on
iOS?
iOS. Have you got it?
Absolutely.
Have you got it?
Of course.
Oh, sorry. He doesn't have it yet because it's coming out on Android soon.
That
So
is
stay tuned for
Very,
that.
very soon.
Now, like I said, Who's That Player is an interactive football knowledge app that throws footballers from either the SPFL or different leagues. It will give you 5 clues, but to keep it nice and short on this episode and previous ones, I like to pick out my favourite 3 of this, and it's getting a bit tasty if I'm being honest now.
That is me, Cal and 6 points.
Aye.
I'm not
Tight
saying that,
laces,
you
it's
know,
heating
I
up.
would like to be involved in this to get my up there and whatever, but, you know, listen, I'm enjoying hosting at the moment, so
We're loving you hosting it, so
Aye.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Fantastic.
that.
it goes hand in hand,
It
honestly.
Does, it does.
Now, if you get the point right, you get
Oh, you get the points.
the big 3 points.
Aye,
Not just-
absolutely.
not just any points.
Just any points. No tennis here. That's big 3 points.
Big
Oh,
3
yes.
points. I love that. And if, you know, nobody gets it at the end of the questions, you get a
Well, Ben, this is what you get. You get 0 points.
you get 0 points.
Get a middle of
That's
You get
that's great.
absolutely nothing.
And listen,
Love a donut. I like it.
you know what I like about this
Go on.
is see the person with the lowest points at the end of the season
The lowest
Mhm.
points. Bottom of the table.
gets bottom of the table, gets to pick. Sorry,
No.
gets to do a forfeit
That's right.
picked by the listeners over on Instagram at
Wirelesspod.
Wirelesspod. No, I'm not gonna, you know, take any more into this. Let's get it in it.
Let's do
Come
it.
on.
So, I have played with
Love these guys.
Like Hugh Keevans are there.
Emiliano Martinez,
Oh.
Mikel Antonio, and John Lundstrom.
Martinez, Antonio, and Lundstrom. He's got to have played down south at some point.
Aye.
Or could have played with Lundstrom at Rangers?
I think it's got to be a journeyman down south.
A what down south?
A journeyman?
A journeyman.
Oh, a journeyman.
Like
You know, go A to B, off to C, few stints in D, off to E. Chris Maguire. Could you?
He's got it.
Is that actually Chris Maguire?
Boom! Boom! Sheffield United with John Lundstrom, I'm sure. Who was the second player? Mikel Antonio. I'm sure he played with Nottingham Forest. With Big Mick.
Yep.
I'm not too sure about.
Emiliano Martinez.
No, maybe who did he go on loan to? Birmingham? Maybe. But look, it's right.
That's right.
Listen,
And your boy sits on top of the big 3 points table.
that is
Wow.
that is
That's sensational.
unbelievable.
Did Chris Maguire
Um,
play in Scotland?
I'm going to give you the next 2 clues.
Aye.
So I won the Football League trophy with Sunderland,
Right.
and I scored 23 goals in 148 games for Aberdeen.
Oh, I never I got that.
And the bonus point is I play for Ayr. That's why he said the
You've
journeyman.
never got it.
No.
He said the journeyman.
The journeyman.
As soon as he
Yeah.
said the journeyman, I just looked and I was like, that's a bonus point. And then he starts going for the A, B, C.
D. Off to E. And look, that 3 points is now in my back burner.
Right.
And I'm on going up the road in 45 minutes. So,
Do you get 3 points for getting the first clue? Just the
you
one?
do. I think you should get more. Well, so I think you should get 3 points in the first clue, 2 in the second, 1 in the first.
Well,
1 in the last, sorry.
we're all about sportsmanship and equal opportunities here at Wireless. So we'll bring that to the board next week.
Thank you.
And if that's something that the viewers want to see, we'll certainly get that.
100%, because if you're getting it on the one clue rather than 3 clues,
It should be getting
more points.
Aye, definitely.
That's what I think.
Aye, definitely.
So, let's kick off with the obvious.
St Johnstone, Ross County, 2-0 County. Eh?
Simon Murray.
Simon Murray.
Girls
What a
don't like
finish.
boys.
Can-
Girls like Simon Murray.
They do.
Yeah, what a finish, by the way.
Aye. Honestly, I was saying that before we came on. Eamon Brophy, Simon Murray up front together, man. County are building a decent wee team there.
I would take that strike partnership right now.
Aye.
It's 2 better stickers than what we've got. And speaking about that,
And speaking about that, the game that we're all going to talk about first is, the Glasgow derby.
oh, you know it's coming.
So,
I don't know if Thistle and Queen's Park are playing at the weekend.
Where do you want us to start?
right, let's go with the first one, right?
He's got questions for us.
Kyogo.
Rhetorical questions.
Offside.
Miles.
Of
Miles
course.
offside.
Yes.
So start easy.
I didn't even need to go to VAR. Linesman gets flag up before.
Are we going to get referee gigs after this because we're actually doing the correct decisions?
Aye, we should do. This is better than Ref Watch on Sky Sports.
Dermot Gallagher is very
Quaking.
bold.
Quaking in his boots.
Hi, he's
Listen,
very bold.
I'm going to say something as well, right?
Very
We
bold.
obviously give referees a hard time. Obviously, when it's good, you hear nothing about it. Like we've mentioned before, that
Yeah.
needs to be kind of highlighted, even in a public level.
Aye.
When they do well, they do well. They need to get the credit for it. However, I can't swear, but being a referee, that's what I'm going to say.
Aye.
The-
100%.
The pressure and just everything, like, it's just wild. He's receiving death threats now as well. Like
Aye.
Clancy, like that's just.
I think
He's not even a full-time referee.
No, the referees. I think there should be a last season a part-time ref. So we should be bringing in full-time referees.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're a referee, you put yourself under that spotlight and that scrutiny. And before VAR came in, then there was a level of kind of acceptance for the odd decision here and there. Blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? That you can kind of accept it. But with VAR in now,
There's no excuses.
there's no excuses for making the wrong call. I think Kevin Clancy. When we get onto the decision, I'll say my piece about it. But I think he's made an absolute howler.
We'll
of
get
it.
on it. Morelos.
Right, here we go. Morelos, it's a goal. All day it's a goal.
That is a
I
goal.
know people have been saying, oh, Morelos, it's 2 hands and a push. Come on, anywhere else in the pitch, it's no a free kick, it's no a foul. And I would go even further and say, if that's the contact that you're looking at in order to give a foul, Alistair Johnson's got a hold of his shirt. So using that same theory, is it not a penalty?
Is that
honestly,
is that in the first half, Alistair Johnson be shot, or is it the second half?
Oh, the first half.
The first half.
Right.
So we'll get on at the second half as well.
So if that's the kind of contact you're looking at for a foul, then it should. Then applying that same kind of logic, then I don't see why folk are claiming that's a penalty. And we all know it's not a penalty. It's not a free kick either. Now Kevin Clancy, in my opinion, he's not sure. So the benefit of the doubt should go to the attacker. So he should give the goal and then check it on the screen in VAR. He's not done that. That's his own mistake, and that's fine. He's gave a free kick 2 seconds after Morelos is just about to go on one of his knee slides. He's gave the foul. How on earth somebody sitting in was it Nick Walsh in the VAR room?
I have no clue.
Whoever's in Clydesdale House, how they are not overturning that decision, or at least saying to Clancy, listen mate, I'd go and get that double checked, I'd go and have a wee look in the monitor there, is beyond me. I don't understand how a mistake like that is being made at the top level, other than, we'll put it this way, right? See, if that is Ross County St Johnstone, and Ross County get a goal out of that, right? Do you think the referee is really under as much pressure as he would have been at Parkhead to go and have a look at the monitor and overturn that? No. There's 60,000 Celtic fans in there. The pressure might have got to Kevin Clancy, but I don't care. If you're a referee,
Well,
that's the
here's
position you put
a
yourself
thing
in,
that's
and it should have been allowed.
obviously in rugby and that now when they have to look at things and they've got their own wee VAR team or whatever you want to call it in rugby, you actually get to hear the conversations between the two of them. Now, I think that would be exciting to see. If they're going to take VAR more serious, then do it proper. But again,
we just need a bit of media interaction with refs, whether that be referees doing post-match interviews and why. If there's big calls, if Kevin Clancy done a 1 minute, 2 minute interview after the game, whoever was interviewing him, what did you think of this call? What did you think of that call? And then it's more clarity and peace of mind for us watching. If he comes out after the game and says, no, the way I seen it, I seen Morelos put 2 hands on Alistair Johnson, go like that, and he's foul. So that's a foul. Then we can say, okay, right, we've got it for your point of view. It's not the correct decision, but I can now see why. No going over to VAR and having no communication from any referees, it just leaves a sore taste in their mouth.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
definitely. I don't know any other sport in the world off the top of my head where the referee's correspondence or correspondence in general isn't broadcasted. So you touched on rugby. American football's the exact same. The referee was a mic, so everybody in the stadium can hear what he's saying to the players. You can look at the Formula 1, you can hear what the driver is communicating to the engineers in the pit lane. You get to football, you're like, how was that a free kick? None of your business, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I think that would go down to money as well. And if we're talking SPFL, they're not getting the same money as the F1 or the NFL.
I don't think it's that difficult as football as a whole. It's not just the SPFL. There's no league in the world where you hear the correspondence between the referee and VAR.
No, because if they've got a mic to communicate with their linesman, surely they can.
There will be, but obviously they've probably looked into this as well. But going back and touching on it a bit, obviously referees going full time. Obviously we're getting off a wee topic. I'm going to say this and then we'll move on. I seen in Twitter and it was like a leak of what refs get paid per game in euros, like throughout the leagues.
Yeah.
You see La Liga, I think they're clearing about 4,800 per game.
What's Scotland clearing?
No, never said Scotland.
500 quid a game.
I think the lowest I seen was 2.1, 2.2 maybe euros, and I think it was something like the Italian league maybe. In the BPL, you're only clearing between 2.5 and 3, 3.2.
Yeah, I don't even think you're making that in Scotland.
You're making that in probably about 5 or 6
part
games.
time, do you know what I mean?
Maybe
widely broadcast that Willie Collum's still a school teacher. Do you know what I mean? That says it all for me. I know a few boys that have refereed and stuff like that, and they're just at the weekends and stuff, and that's Sunday league, and that's fine. But if you're talking,
that'll pay for their drinks. That'll pay for their
exactly. But like,
weekend.
if you're talking like, if we want to advertise Scottish football the way that we view it, the rest of the world think we're a farmers' league, right? And to be honest, I don't think we are, but I can see why they would think that we are.
Yeah.
If we want to broadcast the right advert for Scottish football, we've got to be better than that. We've got to get full-time referees and we've got to make some changes to the game, because right now that reputation of Scottish football is not going to change.
It's just every week, and it's no even every week involving Celtic and Rangers. It's every team suffering the way with bad refereeing decisions.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what referee.
If you agree with the guys, let us know below, because it is
it's a topic of discussion.
It's
We'd love to get
definitely
your view on it. If Hindy's got any views,
a topic of discussion. And
send them in.
listen, I'm a Celtic fan. These boys are Rangers fans. There's no, like you say, there's no bias or nothing. I agree that it shouldn't have been a free kick. So it'd be good to hear people's thoughts, no matter what team you support, and how your team's kind of no suffered, but like what I mean. What's your opinions on it? We'll get on to Kyogo's goal, the first one.
Brilliant.
That touch by O'Reilly though.
The boy's unreal.
I says before, I wouldn't want to see Moy and
Yeah,
O'Reilly
he
in the
did.
same team, and it didn't work, because I don't think you can take somebody off. Moy looked miles off it.
I thought Celtic were so sloppy in the first half, but Rangers weren't actually doing anything meaningful with the possession. They were winning in the areas that they were winning it. Celtic punished Rangers for that, do you know what I mean?
Like you says.
Kyogo, right, back to goal. Boys, maybe no taller than the table or something, right? He's a small striker.
This table's actually 6 foot tall. We're huge. We are
But he's
huge.
a small striker. He's not a physical striker, do you know what I mean? So to find room in the box where you get two really kind of physical centre halves up against you, where you're back to goal, to be able to turn, score. The boy's got different class. Honestly, the boy's different.
I was wondering where you were going with that there, and thankfully you said it was. He's an unbelievable player.
He's actually got qualities at all the good Celtic strikers in the past 15-20 years.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'd never rated him the first kind of 2 months he was in the door at Celtic, do you know what I mean? And the more and more he's played, I don't watch Celtic every week. I don't know if Craig does either, do you know what I mean? You obviously do, so there's a lot of Celtic fans from early doors saying that this boy is something special.
We're still not using him correctly, I feel.
And
that's scary.
And I think that now the more and more he's played in Scottish football, everybody's seeing that this boy's something that's definitely the best striker in the league. He's something special.
Do you think he stays?
I think he stays this season.
Aye, one more season.
One more season. Think anybody goes?
This season?
Abada?
Well,
I seen
there's
those
obviously
contract disputes.
agents, and there's a couple of things
I
going
see
on
if the
behind the scenes.
right offer comes in.
But again, you would easily get 15-20 million for Abada, and as a Rangers fan, I know that Andrew will go out, spend 2 million and get somebody exactly like him.
Yeah.
Well, it came out recently that I think it was under the top 100 youth prospects at under 23, 24, whatever. O'Reilly and Abada were on that list.
Aye.
So obviously there is talents, but listen, we'll get onto that now. We have to mention as well Tavernier's free kick. It was a really, really good free kick.
Unbelievable.
It was.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to ask a question first because I know what you're going to say.
Aye, because this was a debate, wasn't it?
This was a debate in the group chat, and I'll put it to the
Is
listeners
this
as well.
the greatest goal in an Old Firm?
No.
No, but
Is this his greatest goal in our lifetime?
No.
no,
No,
this
wait,
is-
wait.
You? No.
No,
No,
but
right,
lifetime.
this is what I'm saying, right? Now, when did you start to watch football religiously?
2004.
2004. Ben?
Yeah, I don't even remember 2 years ago, never mind when I started watching football, if I'm being honest.
Right, I'm going to go with roughly about the same as you, right?
The
I
same,
used
the
to-
same season Helicopter Sunday was.
Aye, I used to go to the games with my dad, but I'd say that's the first season that I started watching football religiously, right?
My dad
Especially-
took me to Partick Thistle, mate.
Oh, beautiful. My dad took me to Thistle, no? Great stadium, great people,
I
great
think
fans.
it's
See,
just
my
because the
dad's
kids
got-
went free, so he was
Aye,
a bit,
I
yeah.
was the same. Rangers played away, we're going to Thistle. My
My
dad had
dad's
few
got a
mates
wee
that were
bit of my
Thistle
class.
fans.
My dad took me to the Ibrox.
But I had a season ticket for the Brox, but never went to away games. But anyway, any roads, right?
I did.
Starting watching Old Firm games live, right? I can only, off the top of my head, think of 2 goals that are in the debate for that, right?
Right.
And that would be Nakamura's
Right, I get
at
that.
Celtic Park, Barry Mackay's at Hampden.
The mo-
Jimenez or Mendes?
Jamie Ness and Pedro Mendes are usually come onto this right now. Davis has pulled it to the edge of the box for Mendes. Now he's hitting that through a crowded box. The goalkeeper reacts.
Mackay's was better. Mackay's had
Reacts
to.
late. Right, no, but listen, right, he reacts late. Same with Jamie Ness. The 3 I'm talking about is the best Old Firm goals I've seen live have been Nakamura's, Barry Mackay's, and James Tavernier's.
Right, I'll give you that, right? But I feel. Have you
You-
seen Have you seen Alan Thompson's free kick against Rangers?
I don't think it's better than Tav's.
Mate, it's further
No.
out. It's literally in the corner of the goal,
If
and
we
it's barring in.
if we're talking about
But
our
with
lifetime of watching
Alan
football,
Thompson's. I'll show you
Aye,
after.
show
Aye,
me it,
if-
because I'm sure the one you're talking about wasn't a free kick. It comes out to him at the edge of the box. He takes a touch and just
I'll
unleashes
show
an
you.
absolute.
I'll quickly show you the now with my sound off so that we don't get copyrighted or anything like that, and the camera can't see.
if we're talking about greatest Old Firm goals in our lifetime, I would say Nakamura, right? But, for when we've watched football, but of all time, it's Bert Contelin.
David Cooper.
So we're
Right,
just
here we go.
watching this free kick right now.
Oh, Stefan Kloss. Such an underrated goalkeeper.
Right, okay, let's have a wee look.
Now, take nothing away from Tad's free kick.
I think it's the same distance.
That's right now.
No, it's not.
It's the
that's-
same
that's
distance.
Further it. That's further it. That's further it.
And I'm not saying you've not got an opinion. I'm just saying I don't. Again, it was a good free kick. However, it wasn't in the corner. The underside of the bar helped him. A goal's a goal. It goes in. I'm no discrediting Tav. It was a really good goal. But I
Why you
definitely.
just showed me hits the bar and goes in?
I know
don't
that.
think it's out of reach of Kloss either.
It was right in the corner. Tav's wasn't he? Tav's was probably in the left side of him, like a middle of the goal, maybe.
Come on,
I mean,
I
Stefan
know
Kloss.
it's Tavernier and Celtic fans love to game stick. We go to game credit where credit's due. That was unreal.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. I said that like it was a very good. I don't think it's the best goal I've seen. Mackay's goal, Hamden.
I sat right.
I was at
behind
I was at that game, right?
Unbelievable.
And
my
I'm no saying it's the best. I'm saying it's those 3. Can you name, other than those 3, can you name a better one you've seen live?
Josh
What are you gonna say?
2 minutes.
No.
Big boy, yeah.
Daniel Candeas in the same game. Oh, I missed that man. I missed that man so
Listen,
much.
Can you name a better one?
Listen,
Exactly.
I'm not going to say nothing
No,
because
look, Nakamura,
Exactly.
Nakamura's in our lifetime is the best.
aye, I'd agree with that.
I'd say, I'd personally go Mackay, Nakamura, Tav.
He's come back to the 3. He's come back to the 3.
That's the 3 in order.
Here's
Mackay,
another talking
Nakamura,
point,
Tav.
guys. What is your top 3
No, what's your best Old Firm goal?
that
Of
you've
all
seen?
time, the best Old Firm goal.
No,
is
no,
David
not of all
Cooper's.
time. Let's
No.
just
Watched.
let's
Unreal.
just say in the people's generation.
Aye.
You know, obviously.
Aye, and your
We could
generation
we
was
could
the
have
best.
we could have 16, 17-year-olds watching this
And
podcast.
what we can
so-
do is we can pin. Sorry, Prod James. We can pin one of the comments right here.
Yep.
So well done to that person. You're on the podcast.
He's on the
Um,
podcast.
Kyogo's second goal.
Actually, wait there. How can you pin a comment in a podcast that's no went up? What's he going to do? Go back and edit it? For the next podcast.
For the next podcast.
Pod James, don't
Sorry,
worry.
James. Don't worry. Sorry about that.
Keep your right, James.
Getting absolute daggers there. we'll go into Kyogo's second goal. It doesn't hit his hand.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't hit his hand. But what is this? What is the £4 million slick back hair version of Rob Kiernan doing?
What Conor McInnes? What's Conor McInnes doing?
No, Ben Davies, man. Oh,
I think your reaction says it all. But again, I don't know what he's doing.
How many goals are we going to give Celtic? Actual gift dues. He doesn't need to head it back. The only place that is going is Borna Barisic, right? Who is going to be shaking in his boots at getting the ball in his box pressed in. So that's going to end terribly. Just head it out for a corner and
First
reset.
clearance is absolutely rotten by the exact same player. He hoofs it up in the air. Just put it behind for a corner or something, right? Up in the air. Now, you've got Jota in front of him, Kyogo behind him. I would say the two most informed players in the league, up for player of the season, and probably two of Celtic's best players, if not the two best players for Celtic this season. Right?
I could tell you a better left winger in the league right now than Jota. Duke. I'm not even kidding.
But
I don't think Jota's been at it.
In a professional game, you go early, you get in, you see the players warm up, and the defenders will do this drill, but they all come into the coach. One of them will drop back. As he's dropping back, he gets a ball flung up in the air. He used to go and header it back. It's about a 20-yard header. How is he no headering that out for a throw in, a corner, up the park, Enton? He tries to knock it down to Barisic. Why on earth, in that kind of situation when you're being pressed inside your own 6-yard box, would you try and play tiki-taka football? Get it to hell out of there.
I like that. I love
And,
that save. I love that's what McGregor should have done for the third.
We'll get onto that.
And Kyogo's a wee bit fortunate because Jota's just there.
Jota's made his own luck. He's got in the position to.
Jota's in the right position, anticipating Ben Davies making a mistake. Kyogo's a wee bit fortunate the way it lands. Cause it just hits off Jota and lands at Kyogo. And again, you can't give the wee man chances like that because he'll put them away. The boy's clinical, do you know what I mean? That's him get what? 5 Old Firm goals in his last 3 games. The boy's unreal. You can't give him chances like that.
2 doubles against us.
We'll go to which on the day I thought he had a very, very good game.
Yeah.
Suter.
Minus 20 seconds of madness.
However,
Suter was the best defender on the pitch.
That comes for Celtic's press. That comes for.
I thought Barisic had a decent game, if I'm honest.
That came for Celtic's press and shape. If you watch the goal back, and I know it's easy to say like Rangers played out, but see in the first half, when was it the first half? It was Rangers pressed Celtic really high, and it was literally bang, 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 and I think Cantwell came sliding in inches away. That's how you play out a press. You need to do it 1 touch, 2 touch. I feel Rangers. I get it's a back line they train with each other every day. However, I don't feel that back line is comfortable with the ball at a high press at all.
I know I understand what you're saying with the high press and all that, right? But see if you watch it, when he gets the ball back, alright, he may not have any forward options on, but he's got no one near him to worry him that much, to make that much an error with his pass, to just keep.
He can take a touch. He can easily take a touch, take it back onto his left foot and just play it out, or he can just take a touch.
Take a touch and play it back to McGregor, and McGregor hoof it up the park. Do you know what I mean?
He doesn't need to.
And then Alan McGregor, oh my god, man!
I'm confident. I'm genuinely confident that I can at least make Jota go even wider.
Yeah.
With that.
If he takes a measured dive at his feet at the ball, it takes Jota even wider, or he forces Jota to hit it past him, or he even wins the ball or a goal kick, whatever, right? But he doesn't give Jota that open goal the way that he hit it, right? I've seen my grand run faster for the bus. That boy, honestly, he's finished at Rangers. I wouldn't give him another year's contract.
No, never that. And John Suter jogging back as well.
Aye, jogging, but I think
he's done never go.
I mean, what?
But I
if
think
you cut off an angle, like.
But John Suter, right? He's jogging back, but I think that he thinks that McGregor's going to get there. I think that's why he's jogging back. He almost starts sprinting once Jota takes a touch on him, and by then it's far too late. Fair credit to Jota, do you know what I mean? Chasing a lost cause, getting in, brilliant finish, tight angle. Do you know what I mean?
Larson-esque.
The pressure's
exactly like Larson.
The pressure's all there on Jota. Do you know what I mean? He's done the hard part. He's chased it down, got the ball round. He's got 60,000 Celtic fans waiting on him, putting the ball into an empty net for a tight angle, and he's done it really well. Do you know what I mean? Fair play to Jota, but what are we doing? I was saying before we came on, 2 goals at the weekend there, a goal in the New Year game, and with Maeda, a goal with Tumble at the start of the season, right? So that's 4 goals we've just gave to Celtic. Do you know what I mean? Then in that same game, that 4-0, you've got a goal for a quick throw in, a goal for a quick free kick. Surely after last season, we know how Celtic play. Do you know what I mean? We should know how Celtic are going to set up and how they're going to play. Even if the gaffer doesn't know it, the players should know it. The players should know, right, this is how Celtic play. They play quick for everything. So we need to be ready. The minute the ball's lost, we're straight back into our setup. Or if we can't get back in, somebody's got to be there to cover. Do you know what I mean? And we don't do that. Do you know what I mean? So that's another 2 goals we gave Celtic.
I'll give Rangers their due. Like, we didn't get caught with any quick throw-ins or free kicks.
No,
on Saturday.
we didn't on Saturday because
We have learned it.
we've learned for that, I think. But we're still making daft mistakes. If you cut out the stupid errors that we made, and if a referee makes the right call, we win that game 3-1. So folks saying that a draw would have been the right result, well, the way that the game flowed and the way that it actually happened, a draw probably would have been a fair result. But if you eliminate all the stupid mistakes and get the officiating right, then no, we should have won that game. And I'll still maintain we should have won that game.
Goes on to the Rangers second. Taverniers 100th goal.
100 and...
The left back for right back, crossing it to the left back position where the right back is.
Great run, held his run really well. Great header. I think that kind of shows me that Tavernier has got some qualities in him that make him a captain, because he's dragged his team back.
He did have a good game. He did have a good game, I think.
He's dragged his team back.
I actually didn't think there wasn't a lot of players in the Rangers team who had a terrible game. I think Morelos was great. Tillman's probably his best old fun, but again wasn't great. Cantwell I thought was alright.
I thought Cantwell was really
I
good.
thought he was alright. Raskin was the best player on the park for us. I thought Raskin was very, very good.
He was blown.
Aye, but he's just coming back from injury. Look, we thought he was injured at the end of the first half. Managed the full 90 and was fine.
I think when you're saying that he was blown, if you look at the Celtic team, Ange makes 5 changes with half an hour to go because
Ange
he knows
has done that the whole season.
but he knows his players can't hack a full 90 minutes.
Well, I mean, you've got
takes
Moyne
off, do you know what I mean?
who's came back for injury, O'Reilly who's no played often as what
So
he
you
could
could
have been
But,
playing.
but that's good man management from him.
That's fantastic. It's good strength and depth in
Ange
the
has
Celtic squad as
18,
well.
19 players who know how to play his system at the best of their capabilities. So see, he can make 5 changes and the squad doesn't deteriorate by a drastic measure. It slightly gets worse, but slightly worse for Celtic is still better than the best Rangers right now.
Yeah.
I also, as well, when changes come on for Celtic, I wouldn't be like, oh, he's coming on.
Ange doesn't make a change that makes the team weaker.
No. Tumble coming on, O coming on, who looks decent. Haksabanovic. Bernabe should have scored.
Oh,
What is he doing? Why is he not looking up? A
I
quick
think-
look up, nobody's beside you. See if he takes a shot and he misses. Okay, right, that's fair, that can happen. It's Alan McGregor. As much as we like to say stuff about Alan McGregor, 1-on-1 he's still a very good goalkeeper.
he's just been. He must have thought somebody's there.
Aye.
Maybe he's heard something that I don't know. But
Quickly before we move on as well, I thought earlier on about officiating. Rangers second half penalty. Alistair Johnson pulling Morelos' shot.
you need to remind me, to be honest.
Corner comes in. I think Morelos. It's the one Morelos kind of gets away from him.
He headers it onto Ryan Jack.
Aye.
Oh, that one.
Aye.
Yeah. He's got a firm hold his shot now. If Kevin Clancy's already
How
gave it
firm is it? Is it pulling it like
Aye.
this? Like you can actually see
Yeah.
him.
Now, if Kevin Clancy's already gave a foul against Morelos,
But
for
VAR,
contact
but
behind
then
the
VAR
box,
can look at that and tell
VAR
him.
has to look at that.
Aye.
Didn't even get checked.
So it's either a goal for Morelos in the first half and no foul, or it's no goal in the first half and a penalty.
Rangers.
Listen, as you's no playing football and growing football, decisions go for you, decisions don't go for you.
And
And
it's
that's the
Saturday.
beauty of the game.
I think that's why there's a bit of a sour taste, especially in the Rangers fans' mouth that maybe get the same opinion as myself, is that Rangers actually played really well. We got done with a few decisions. We gave away 2 goals to Celtic, and it completely ruined the game. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's worse. If you'd have offered me going to Celtic Park, playing well, should be winning, giving away the game, or taking the hiding, I'd have picked taking the hiding.
Look,
I don't know if you're going to agree with this, but I thought both teams were rancid.
Celtic were terrible, but they don't need. I keep saying this. Like
It was a
Celtic,
champions performance.
aye, Celtic don't need to be at their best to play Rangers right now. Now under Beale's had 3 old firms now, and we've no. There's been Celtic have been a better team. I would say probably 2 of them. No, we'll say that the semi-final would definitely were. Like if it wasn't for Rangers, 25 minutes in the second half, a decent performance that could have been a hiding. Saturday there. I mean, for me, it was a draw.
For Rangers match, Celtic.
Aye,
should have won.
for me, a draw would have been a fair result. And then obviously the 2 each game, that again, probably a draw was the fair result if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So there is improvements where we're not getting beat 4-0 and 3-0 like we did under Gio. So you can see it. You can see how Bill wants to play. You need to then judge him on when he gets his pre-season and however much he's got to spend. We don't know. You know, Gio had 15 million, and you look at it on the other side with Celtic. You're signing these quality players for the league for the same price that we were spending on Matondo, Davies, Davies, Cholak and Matondo cost 10 million.
I think Davies has been a good player for you, but
I don't think he's been great.
I don't think he's been.
Oh, I miss
Who
Phil.
else is going to
I
play?
miss Phil Hollander so much. He'll never play for Rangers again. He never ever will. That injury's too serious. I wouldn't be surprised if he.
What was it? What was the injury?
I don't even know what the injury is.
I think, in terms of going in the attacking sense, I think Cholak's a brilliant player.
No, I don't think so.
I think he is. He's still a top scorer this season, and I think our best striker is Kemar Roof. He's just not available. We have got a quality striker. He's just never available.
Roof won't really play for Rangers anymore. Morelos needs to go. Cholak needs to go. And now we're getting like to Lauren Shankland. He can't be a starting striker.
Well, that was quite the recap. And it felt like long. We're going on to Aberdeen versus Kilmarnock. Now, Aberdeen moving into third. Feed the duck and he will score.
We need to sign him. I'm not even kidding.
Winston Ingram, feed the duck. And
I've
the boys are new.
I've said it a couple of times in this podcast. The first time I said it, I was a wee bit hesitant, thinking, I don't know, maybe as a backup. He's amazing. Genuinely, he is. He scores every week. He can play on the left and play through the middle. I'd play him on the left, personally. Again, Ryan Kent's missing. See, he was missing for this podcast like he was on Saturday. Not a single peep for that boy. Honestly, he's deteriorated as well, but I don't want to speak about the game anymore. I want to speak about his replacement. But,
in the first minute, what a finish. The second one is just maybe a striker's instinct. Well, not even a striker, just somebody who's on form and
confident.
knows how to score goals, right positions at the right time. Kilmarnock, I don't have. Again, I've said this in podcast previous. With these teams like your Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, Celtic, go and try and rescue a point. Go try and maybe steal it in the last couple of minutes, especially away. See, at home they should be battering every team below the top 5, top 6.
Kelly?
Kelly. Like, Park or no Park, people know how to play football. If you were to put me on a grass pitch playing Astro Mace my life, the board burned on my foot. Like, you need time to adapt. I don't know how teams can capitalise on that. Like, playing on Kelly's Park. I mean, it's not the best, but
do you know what? Derek McInnes will probably set up his team to, do you know what, we'll grind this out, we'll make it terrible. But if you concede within the first 90 seconds, the game plan's at the window. So then you need to go and attack. And I spoke about it a few weeks ago in Kilmarnock's attackers. It's no good. They have got the worst attack in the league. Doidge is terrible. He is. Vassell isn't great. They've got obviously Ridder Lafferty. Daniel Armstrong, as much as a good player, he still plays as almost a wing back for them. They've got no progression in the midfield. They play with Alan Power and Liam Donnelly and that, who are okay players, but they're defensive players. So where do you try to get this goals from? You try to get it from maybe set pieces, right? Okay, then let's try and put on a wee tricky player or two. Daniel Armstrong, Fraser Murray. And your job is to win fouls, and then we'll get the likes of Stokes up, we'll get Taylor, and we'll play hoofball, because that is the only way that I think they'll maybe stay in this league. But I don't feel confident for them. I don't think they'll go straight down. I think they will end up in the playoffs. I'm sure they ended up in the playoffs last season, didn't they? Did they come up last season?
They came up last season.
So they came up last season. So
put a bro foot.
So I think I worry for them.
They beat to the title. That's it. The last day of the season.
Oh, sorry, they did. So they came straight up, but I think they'll go to the playoffs.
I think they'll be in the playoff. I think United are going down straight away.
No, I don't think so.
In the playoff.
I don't think so. I think Jim Goodwin's probably the best manager at the three in the bottom there, between McInnes,
They've
Goodwin,
got a whole a whole lot,
Okay.
but a whole lot tighter.
Aberdeen flying. I said it last week. I think Aberdeen will finish third this season after Hearts' capitulation, which I think we'll get onto. But
Aye. Well, the last 6 games they've took the same amount of points as Rangers.
15.
15.
Well, we'll jump into Hearts. Obviously, big news. Robbie Nielsen getting sacked and then finding out McCulloch's left also.
yeah,
Right decision.
I said
It
it,
was
I
the
said it
correct
before we
decision.
came on. The comments that Robbie Nielsen had made and that the Hearts fans were talking about was that they want to be consistently third place, pushing for second, consistent in European football, challenging for the 2 cups, and slowly but surely working their way to challenging the old firm. Now, if you've got a run of form like that and you're making comments like that and genuinely believe them, then he has to go. And fair play. Do you know what I mean? By Hearts, if that's obviously their aim, if they're on that bad run of form and they've got rid of him, then that is obviously their aim, their long-term aim. So, well done. I think Robbie Nielsen obviously bad run of form, but over his 2 spells at Hearts,
He's a good
he's
manager.
been one of the
He is a good
one of the best managers at Hearts in the last 10 years. Easy.
Before it, well, he's probably the best manager this century. Let's be fair.
Him or Paulo Sergio, aye.
Aye, because he finished second, didn't he? Who finished second in 2006? Was it Sergio?
George Burley.
George Burley. But he is a good manager, but this happened in his first tenure as well, where he just went in that terrible run of form.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see Hearts when they have got a fully fit squad. So if they've got a fully fit squad and they've got a bit of confidence in them, that team's very good.
Yeah.
Like they've got a lot of good players in that.
Emma's dad made a very, very good point, and he came up on Saturday for a wee bit, and we're talking about the football, and he was like watching the game and stuff like that, and Hearts had 70-odd% possession throughout the whole game. Lauren Shankland, who's been their top scorer since John Robertson was at the club, how they are not finding goals is beyond them. Do you know what I mean? And he knows, he was saying to me, the longer and longer and longer the game goes on and we don't score, it starts to get uneasy, and we know that we're going to end up drawing points or losing the game.
Another referee howler was Snodgrass's red card.
The second one was
Second
never a
yellow.
red card.
This is what I don't like about VAR. Why can't VAR go to the screen for a second yellow? They say they can't go for yellow cards. Fine. Yes, it's a yellow card, but it's leading to a sending off.
Yeah.
Surely you can change your rule on that. Surely.
It's because it's the 2 yellow cards, isn't it?
It's not even that. It's leading to a red card. So what?
You can appeal a yellow card.
Yes.
If it's 2 yellows that lead to a red, you can appeal one of the yellows. You can appeal red cards. So if there's a second yellow that's going to lead to a red, it should definitely be.
Yeah.
able to
What
check
cons have you got are going to check a second yellow that will lead to a red card?
Aye.
Like, I'm sure it was 2-0 at the time. Anyway, I'm sure.
I just had it right in front of me.
I'm sure they were 2-0 down at the time, so it might have not made a difference. Was it?
Yeah.
Aye. So it might have not made a difference, but it could have. So it's then you're hanging a game in the balance of maybes, or it could have, or it should have. Again, as I said, it's not just Rangers and Celtic. It's every team suffering for this. The Hearts have lost their 3rd place, and they might have sacked Nielsen even if they won that game. Fair, right? But what if that's ended off? They won 3-2. And then they kept winning, and that's what gained their confidence.
I tell
So
you,
it's the wee thin margins.
I tell you, when Hearts season took a downturn, right, they were unreal and thought they were easily the 3rd best team in Scotland. Rangers went to Tynecastle and beat them 4-0, and since then they've looked a complete shadow of themselves. I think since then they've just progressively started to drop more points, started to make more mistakes, and that's obviously led to Robbie Nielsen unfortunately losing his job. Do you know what I mean? But we've said it so many times now. Hearts, who were apparently having a fantastic season, are now only 5 points above Hibs in 6th, and Hibs have the chance to cut that to 2 at the weekend, which is going to be a fantastic game.
Think so? I think that can be
62?
close.
5-2. Did I say 6? No, I said 5 points from Hibs in 6th. Okay, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. The viewers know. But
no, I get you. Look, but you don't like to see anybody losing their job in anything.
In these times.
Aye, definitely. It's hard times. See if I was Robbie Nielsen, I wouldn't be. Robbie Nielsen will get a job. See if I'm any team except for Rangers or Celtic, Robbie Nielsen's one of the first names I'd take.
Barry Robson's still on a permanent temporary basis.
He is right now, but
did he stick a twist?
It's one of the ones where
if he's get them into 3rd, game a pre-season, game half.
you see it sometimes where there's coaches who take over on the temp. I can't really say that word, right?
Aye.
And then they get made on the perm.
Wow.
You can't see them. Go, Giza.
Temporarily.
That's not bad.
Temporary.
Temporary.
Right, and
The same I can't say Stobley.
Permanently, temporarily.
Permanently. I can say that.
Ah, fu-
But if you take them on the permanently, sometimes they've not got a good.
If you take them on a permanent,
Take them on a permanent basis.
Permanent basis. Thanks, boys. Here to help. But sometimes they don't have the same string of results because they've got a wee bit more. What's the word I'm looking for here? Responsibility. They'll have a wee bit more responsibility being permanent rather than temp,
Aye.
wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm laughing at that every
So-
time.
I don't think they make them permanent until the end of the season.
No.
Because if you make them permanent, the split's in 2 games' time. 31 games you've played this season, innit?
2.
So 2 games' time. That split could be terrible for them. And now they've just gave him a 3-year contract or a 2-year, whatever it is.
Well, going on to that, then we're talking about the split. Massive win for.
Motherwell?
She's fine, thanks. Against Livingston. Van Veen as well.
Wow.
Now, listen, see, if I was to show you this guy on paper, you'd think in the box striker, just good at finishing. This boy's unbelievable with the ball at his
That
feet
first
as well.
finish was delightful.
Delightful is the word of the day.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll think a better word. Capitulation.
Capitulation.
Aye, that was a good word. But another hat trick. Was that 22 goals?
No, it wasn't a hat trick. It wasn't.
Oh, was it not?
No, I thought it was.
He scored a hat trick?
No. It was Van Veen got 2, and the goal got given Max Johnston.
That was the one that he could have. They went to VAR, did they not?
Mhm.
Aye. Well,
Van Veen, fantastic player. I've said it so many times when Kettlewell came in, his most important thing was to go on a run. He's went on that run. And before he came in, we're talking about Motherwell for the drop. Now we're talking about if Motherwell can get top 6.
aye.
That's another manager that's still in on the temp and could be made on the perm.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Or day Motherwell twist. And would
Well,
Robbie
look,
Nielsen be
and-
tempted to go?
And going back to
To fit
the
back?
going back to the Hearts for a second. Now we've got another temp manager, in Stephen Naismith.
Stephen Naismith, aye.
Now he could have a great split. Did he make him in the perm? There's so many perms in Scottish football.
well, take it this way.
Since the 80s.
He's been with Steve Clark a while now, and with that Scotland squad. So obviously, he knows a bit about football. He's played for Hearts.
I'm sure he was an interim at Hearts before.
I'm not too sure.
Cal,
Yeah.
was he?
Who?
Stephen Naismith, an interim at Hearts before.
Fairly sure, aye. Fairly sure. Who
After Nielsen?
No, was it no after Levine?
Oh, could have been. I think Craig
Before
Levine, man.
Nielsen.
Listen,
Oh,
see-
Levine. It was just a bit of banter, really.
The bottom half of the table is looking very tight, but also Hibs, Livingston, and Motherwell 6, 7, and 8. Hibs on 40 points, Livingston 39, Motherwell on 36. Where is the
So,
game
oh,
at the
it's-
weekend?
oh,
Is it at
Easter Road.
is it Easter Road? See if Hearts pull a shock here.
I don't think it is a shock if Hearts beat Hibs.
No,
I
Right,
think.
and- and
Would-
he's saying that before
we will
Nielsen,
get on it because that is a features game of the week.
before sorry, Callum, before you start rabbiting on. No, just quickly before Nielsen gets sacked, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying that this is going to be the El Sacchio.
El Sacchio.
El
Aye.
Sacchio.
We've already had an El Sacchio at Easter Road.
I know.
Jim Goodwin and Lee Johnson.
Oh,
And Lee Johnson is still the undisputed heavyweight world El Sacchio champion of the world.
Aye.
And
He's actually booked to verse Roman Reigns.
I've heard that. Aye.
It's going to beat him.
Aye.
Listen, who knows with that overhand right? So
Aye.
Aye. Shout
Any-
out CC.
anyway,
What I was saying
Anyhow.
was I don't think it is a massive shock if Hearts do beat Hibs because what do we say for all the old firm derbies? Form goes out the window.
Aye, it's probably
With
exactly
that-
the same.
With that as well, Stephen A. Smith coming in, a lot of teams get a good bounce after having a new manager come in. We've seen that with Motherwell as well. Hearts have also kind of got Hibs' number. They've not been beat off them this year at all. Hibs, for me, I mean, they're the biggest bottle jobs in the league, and they have been historically.
that's you on the couch tonight.
Sorry?
Aye,
That's
is
you
you
on
on the
the
couch
couch,
tonight.
Well,
You
think
have Hibs, mate.
exactly. When have you ever heard a slogan off any other team?
Hibs
For messing something up, you've Hibsed it. Do you know what I mean?
Hibs are our
So
Spurs.
Hibs have got the biggest opportunity to go and get one over in Hearts, but I don't think they'll be able to do it because
I think Hearts will win.
they're now the favourites to go and win that game. I think the pressure will get to them and they'll know they
The
are,
worst
and
thing
I
for
think
Hibs
will
was
win
Hearts
that.
sacking Nielsen.
Yeah,
It's the worst thing.
I think that Hearts will go and win that. Well, we'll get onto it.
We'll
but
get on to it.
I think Hearts will win.
Going on to St Johnstone, Ross County. St Johnstone, Ross County. Big. Listen, see if,
Girls don't like boys.
See-
Girls
Girls-
like
Simon Murray.
Yes, it is.
There is an absolute belter of a story that I wish I could tell on pod. Nothing to do with Simon Murray, but it involves the name Simon Murray.
Tell
you'll
us
not
off
get
camera.
This is an off-camera one, I'll tell you off camera. If you do want to see that though, we may create a behind-the-scenes for all the naughty clips that can go in there.
Aye.
Because we are all naughty boys.
They'll be that'll be $9.99 subscription because we are in the top 0.01% of creators.
Exactly. So the first 10 people to get it for $0. All right.
Yeah.
So we're going
Use
to
the link Simon Murray.
Simon Murray with an explanation. You get a free video of the description.
Wow.
Anyway, what a finish that was, by the way.
Aye.
Oh, he goes crazy every time he scores a goal.
Aye, goes
I love
absolutely
it.
mental.
That's how I think. See if I was to score a goal like in that, even at St Johnstone Ross County, which isn't a massive game,
Aye.
I'd go crazy. I'd be taking my tap half, struggling to get my tap half, just to running about crazy.
Well,
I love his reaction.
Talking about that, I had a friendly on Sunday. Just while we're in between league games, the league games are twice a week or whatever. One every 2 weeks. And team we played, I think we were up by a bit at this point, and obviously the other team had a couple of injuries, and that so it was a shame. But we've went up and I've scored, and I've went after not in a friendly. I've slotted in bottom right. I've turned around and went, yes, God. 2 goals and an assist.
Wow. Start of the week.
Start of the week. No, but listen, a goal's a goal. See, even if it's in the back with your big cousin, your brother, your sister, your mum, your dad, your granny, your grandpa,
The dog, the way.
you need to go nuts, mate. It's a
course.
euphoric feeling. It's the dopamine that you get after scoring a
Do you
goal.
know what it is?
It's unbelievable.
Seen you do it all the time.
We play a game.
Oh, wow.
We're speaking to Connor Salmon here. we play a game, and I'm sure the viewers at home have played this game before, called Red something. You know?
We're going to talk about run in, or are we just talking
No,
about...
we're talking about Red, right? And when you get to that last fancy to make their
Yep.
red,
Yep.
and you score,
Oh,
the jubilation.
the feeling.
Oh, what a feeling.
Wow. Absolute delirium.
Oh, man.
Listen,
We've
you're
been
on it
reading
tonight.
Oxford dictionaries because,
have.
I tell you something, the words in here are uncomparable.
Wow.
But listen,
Let's get back to Perth and away
let's
from
get
St Ambrose
back
pitches.
to back to Simon Murray.
Aye.
St Johnstone.
I think they're safe.
Yeah,
they
they
won't
won't-
get dragged in.
They won't get dragged
Well,
into.
they'll finish ninth. That's
won't-
where they'll finish.
They won't get dragged into a relegation fight, but they're not going to make the top 6 for me. I think St
Aye.
Johnstone have had a very poor season from the team that was able to win the double a few years ago. You know what I mean?
Aye, but they've improved on last season.
Yeah, but still, I think St Johnstone, for the team that they are, should be aiming to finish top 6.
Any team should be aiming
Aye,
for top
every
6, I think.
every
Aye,
team
I agree with that.
outside the
It's tighter than you think.
Neil Firm should be aiming to finish in the top 6.
How many points are they above 11th?
5. Wait, let me just
I
check.
still don't
28, 29, 30, 31, 35.
You could do 33, take away 28.
But no, I think they're not. They're not get dragged into that.
We're saying that 5 points ahead with 7 games to go. And then the teams you're going to play in the last 5 games is all the teams up about you. That is looking tasty.
it's
And if
making
any of the teams in the bottom 4 want to invite us for a relegation 6-pointer, we'll be more than happy.
I'll be more than happy to get the bus up to Tannadice to see United go down.
I don't think it will happen.
I don't think it will
Fight.
happen.
I don't think it will happen.
I don't think it will happen.
You know, they're just off a big win, and I'm sure we're going to get onto that right now.
Have you just read my mind?
I have. I know it's in your mind right now. 1st of July.
Producers ruled it. Nah, I'm joking.
Later.
Later. But that's big news coming. That will get finalised, signed, sealed, and delivered.
And it's
But-
yours.
Dundee United 2, Hibernian 1. They Hibs it again.
They Hibs it again.
Just spoke about it.
Aye.
Massive opportunity to make some ground up on Hearts, and they don't take it. But I will say this: Will Fish, never a penalty in a million years for the winner.
Oh, no, it's not.
Never a penalty.
Again?
Go back to
Another
refereeing
refereeing,
decisions.
however.
Never a penalty in a million years. The fish was not out of water. The fish was swimming, and the boys got him hook, line and sinker. Catch of the day. There we go. Jamie McGrath slots at home. And it's a successful
That's a
fishing
poor
strip with your
penalty
old
as
dad.
No, it's not. That's
Oh,
so
that's
cool, calm,
beautiful.
collected.
Right,
Sends the
okay.
keeper the
He's
wrong
waiting for the
way.
goalie to move and just went.
I mean,
"Jeez,
let's
Aye,
be-
David Marshall was literally the left-hand side of the goal in the 36th minute.
Aye.
He was just standing there waiting for him to just
David
put it
Marshall
all
was all the way
aside.
up to Dens Park. And
I know,
Jamie
but
McGrath
if you're
was
talking
like-
about it, if the keeper goes up with the keeper's saving it every day.
Aye,
it's a
but he
poor
puts it
penalty.
that way because he knows the
Hibs
keeper's
had,
going to
Hibs had the chance to go 1-0 within the first few minutes. Kevin Nisbet's had a massive chance.
I
I
seen
mean, they
that.
got
He
themselves
should have.
back
He should
into
have
it.
done better. But again,
Hibs should be going to Tannadice and winning for me. I don't think Tannadice is once the ground that the fixture that it was. When you look for it and you think, oh, we're going to struggle there. With the season Dundee United are having, you should go, right, okay, we should be going there and getting the job done. I think Hibs should have went there and get a job done. But again, they've obviously seen that Hearts have been beat off St Mirren. There's a chance they make some ground up on them so that when they go into the Edinburgh Derby at the weekend, they had the chance to leapfrog Hearts, and they've not taken that opportunity at all.
what a goal
And it's
by
just Big
the
Fletcher.
fish.
The fish?
The fish?
What?
My head's wasted, man.
Smashed.
Stephen Fletcher, sorry.
Aye,
Aye,
Fletch.
great goal.
Aye, great goal.
The fish.
The fish.
50th goal?
Aye.
I'm sure. Did I say it? Was it his 50th
Would you take him
goal?
at Rangers?
No.
No.
No, I'm just trying to help you. You've got no other good strikers in there, so
I would rather...
Bring back Mervyn Chelik before you bring back Stevie Fletcher.
Oh, wow.
he's a goal scorer.
Wait, did you say?
Um,
Aye, we don't need any OAPs in the squad anymore.
It was a good signing for Dundee United, but
It was.
yeah.
proven.
I still think it's no been great though.
It's not paid off, I think, the way Dundee United fans would have hoped. I think him
but
and
look
having-
at how the seasons went for them.
Yeah, but I think having him and Nicky Clark up front, you see that on paper, you're thinking, okay, that's not too bad a partnership.
Tony
Nicky,
what?
Nicky Clark,
that?
but Nicky
No.
Clark doesn't even play for
Who
Dundee
does
United
Tony-
anymore. Nicky Clark plays for St Johnson.
I was going to say
Seeing
that.
Stephen Fletcher up front, you're like that. Wow, here we
He's
go.
a damn.
Tony what plays for St
He
Mirren.
said a Tony Blair.
And Tony,
Oh,
both had.
Oh, for Tony Blair's man.
Oh, Tony Blair's all round.
That's 2-6. Clancy's one. It's a VAR. Both of you are offside. Hopefully, could have used that in the Glasgow derby. But anyway, I would jump onto the big 3 points, but evidently, Mr. Honest has won.
Evidently, wow.
Wow.
This is a point where I would say about the comment of the weeks. However, we didn't have any comments this week.
No comments.
Unfortunately,
What the-
not.
Not interested.
So
That's fine.
I
That's cool.
definitely want some comments of the week. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question
Just
here.
let us know how you're doing. Just
Don't
comments
listen.
and-
No, we don't care about how you're doing.
We don't listen. We don't listen. We would love to know how you're doing, and you can come over to Wirelesspod and have that chat to chat. However, on this YouTube comment section, I want to know who you see being relegated and who do you see coming up, whether that would be in the playoffs, sorry.
Queen's Park.
Nope. The honest man through the playoffs. Because
No.
they're going to beat Kelly in the derby.
Oh,
And
that's just
we
that.
are
we need to
going.
Go to that. We would need
Yes.
to go to that.
What do you mean need to? The tickets are booked if it happens.
Honestly, I should have royalties in air. Being the honest man. I should have royalties.
That is unbelievable.
We will be going. And we will be seeing air coming up
Well,
with
you know-
Queen's Park.
Well, you know, Cal Dixon, his second team's there, United.
Is it?
I thought it was Livy.
No, that's his first team.
That's his first team, aye. And my second team's Partick Thistle, right? We have a few family connections and my dad's pals and that are Thistle fans. So me and Cal have had a wee bit and working on that
Wee bit of-
when it
wee
comes
bit
to
of
Thistle and Ayr United and all that. So if that was to happen, I'd be digging the Kelly scarf out. So I can't see him happy because he's put me out the FIFA tournament and there's no way the honest men are coming up.
It's alright. Me and Dick will
Well,
get a great
there's a
relationship.
spoiler for you, Struts.
Oh.
Somebody definitely got put in
Oops.
that. But we'll go into the final segment then of the show, which is Win Yer 50s. Now, the person who wasn't here tonight, it should have been here, did get the point last week for St Mirren, 2-0.
Wow.
Good call. Foster's.
Very good call. Now,
And that's his first point of the thingy, I'm sure. I'm sure he's no get.
I've had quite a few.
You've had two.
No, I've had more than that.
I do look doubles. You've got two.
No, that's not right.
He's got two.
he's got to.
He's got two.
Somebody's got to fix
Now,
that.
Win Yer 50s, we'll cover the predictions of 5 of the 6 games, with the 6th game being the featured game of the week. And like I says, I'm going to give you 5 of the 6 games. For each of these, I want a prediction of the correct result out of the 5 of the 6.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
Whatever team I say first is the home team.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Capiche?
Capuche.
Good man.
Right.
Now, if you get it right, you get
Oh, you get a point.
a point.
You get 1 point
You
there.
get a point.
You get 1 point.
and if you get it wrong, you get
The middle of the donut.
In the middle
Nothing.
of the donut.
The middle of a
Zero.
CD. Absolutely hee-haw.
Now, for the featured game of the week, I'm going to give you the featured game of the week, and I want you to give me the correct score and the correct first goal scorer
Okay.
for 5 points.
Wow. See the way that goes. I think you should get 1 point, right? If you get one of them, but 5 points if you get both of them.
Huh?
So if you guess the correct goal scorer but not the result, you get 1 point. If you guess the correct
I'm
score but
against
not the
that.
goal, how? Because if you guess the correct score but not the goal
I would
scorer,
just
it's
say
exactly the same.
I'd just say Kyogo for every game. But
But that's fine. You can say that.
I'm going to go with featured game of the week. Hibs, Hearts, Kyogo first goal scorer. Anyway, now the winner, if we get one, obviously gets the 5 points added, and everybody that's been a participant of these episodes, should I say, has already signed into the £50 forfeit. If you
And guess
don't
who's
want-
top of the leaderboard? And both the leaderboards now. Big 3 points and win your 50s. The king of wireless is here.
Wow.
Me, Cole Buxton. Bang.
Wow.
Code H1ST for
Exactly.
20% off now.
I'm
It's
here
up.
to represent. It was 10 last week, now it's 20. I'm telling you that brand deal is coming.
If you'd like to see Craig with that brand deal, then get at us in the comments below. Rangers v St Mirren.
I'm gonna go.
It's a tougher game than people think.
That is, man.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Rangers.
Did we have any injuries coming out of Nilfam?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Except Conor Goldson.
4-1 Rangers.
I'm going to say 3-2 Rangers. I can see. I don't know why. I can just see St Mirren getting a couple. I can see St Mirren taking the lead.
I can see St Mirren taking the lead.
Saying 2-1. And St Mirren will score.
2-1.
first, I reckon.
4-1, 3-2. Kilmarnock v Celtic, which is on the Sunday, which is not the featured game of the week, obviously.
3-0 Celtic.
2-1 Celtic.
I can see it be KJ.
Nah.
So can I. It should be 4-1 Celtic, 2-1 Rangers, but I don't know.
Why you just something?
Aye, there's just something. It's Rugby Park, innit?
As 6-1 Celtic. Nah, I'm only joking. I'm going to go.
6-0.
I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0
4-0.
Celtic.
Wow.
I'm going to go 4-0.
Dominant performance.
Motherwell, Dundee United. That's a tough. I think that's a scud books.
1 each.
1-0 United.
Ooh, I'm going to go 2-0 Motherwell. Then we're on to Livingston, St Johnstone.
That's such a boring game. That's such a boring
No, no.
game.
No
No.
But you know what that game's got?
goals.
It's got the double Desmond. It's got 2-2.
Oh, the
All over it. All over it.
Wow.
It's going to make an appearance in every single podcast until the day we die.
I
I'm
don't know if
going-
there is a 2 each draw.
And if there is a double Desmond out there,
Mhm.
somebody who's called Desmond, we'll get you in a pod.
I'll get you on.
Birth certificates, please, to prove that.
Oh yes, or passport, or provisional driving licence,
Or driving license.
Or young Scott.
young
card.
Scots card, and that means we know you're from Scotland, and
Oh.
you either.
Or library card.
Aye.
Anyway,
Or a Stenhouse Muir season ticket card.
I mean, that's where I do play. So
Oh, you do. Shout out Stenny.
shout out to Denny, shout out to Denny Warriors.
Wow.
1-0,
Oh, go on. Carl Davidson against Martin Tate.
1-0 the home team.
And who's your home team? Livingston.
Ross County Aberdeen.
3-1 Aberdeen. 3-1 Aberdeen.
2-0 Aberdeen.
I'm going to say the Desmond.
You're going to Desmond?
I'm going to the old Desmond 2-2.
The Desmond, the double days, man.
And that's 2-2, 2-2. Okay. Featured game of the week.
The
Hibs.
Hibs, the cabbage and
Hibs.
ribs, the subs bibs, the inky chibs. Against the Hearts, the jam tarts, the false starts,
The Homer and Bars.
the Homer and Barts, the watery farts. And I am going to go...
You can finish.
Right, Cal.
The horse and cats. The game of darts.
They're going to the zoo and seeing the aardvarks.
The work of arts.
They're going to Butlins and paying £3 to get on the go-karts.
2x2, like Noah's Ark.
They were going to the hockey and playing the 180 darts.
Darts were already said. I'm quite disappointed.
Jesus, my giddy aunt. My giddy
I
aunt.
get it.
What do you think?
Or when you go to the garage and you get your motor repaired and they tell you need new parts. The hats. I think it'll be the jam tarts 2, the cabbage and ribs 1. First goal scorer will be
Uchi Ekpiezer.
Hugh McCurdy.
Oh, at Hibs v Hearts, 1-0 Hearts.
Right,
Scorer.
just got to say Halliday.
It's got
Shank.
Shanks in it.
Shankland.
I'm going to say
Penalty. In the 83rd minute.
3-1 Hibs.
Oh.
You ready for this?
Was it Ben stealing your missus off yet?
Wow.
Marcia, come on.
Ivan Sproul.
Kevin Nisbet.
Kevin Nisbet.
You've got to
Nisbet
back
first scorer. 3-1 Hart. 3-1 Hibs.
Fair.
I think Hibs will take the lead, but I think they'll bottle it.
He still is the second best striker on the park.
Quick double by Shankland. See one of the ones that's like 62nd, 63rd minute.
Mhm.
One of the ones.
No, that quick.
That quick. No 62, you're joking? That's too quick.
And no
That's
62, 64.
Almost too quick.
That's too long.
That's too slow. 62, 63, thank you very much. Good night, Vienna. Good
Well,
night,
guys,
Eileen. There
it's
goes the 40
been-
million jackpot.
An eventful
5 minutes.
5 minutes of
Brilliant,
mayhem.
No, it's been a good pod.
eh?
It has. You know, it's the recap that we needed. I built up this anger over the last 2 days.
Mhm.
And I needed to, sit in front of you,
Right.
And help you and help you.
Help me help you.
I've just thought of another one for Hibs. I can find these.
Civet ribs in it. You broke your ribs.
No. No.
You take first dibs.
Yeah.
That was
Oh my God! Wow.
When you move into the new student flat, you get into your room and you take the first dibs. The Hibs.
I'm so sorry you had
And-
to go through this last 5 minutes.
And,
but
and if
you
you
get
have
any
got any
advice-
word alliteration on any team, whether it be Hibs or Hearts or Dundee United or Rangers or Celtic or any team in world football, put it in the comment below, and that will be comment of the week.
Aye.
We'll see who's been watching to the very end.
Aye. And we'll see who's been watching to the very end, and if you say that you have and you haven't, you'll be telling the fibs. The Hibs.
And the word of the day,
the
word of the day is a Malteser. And if you comment Malteser with a word alliteration of a Scottish team or any team for that matter, you win a very good prize.
I can confirm no prizes will be given out.
Oh
given the
yes,
terms and
I will use
conditions.
it in my personal account that you will get a very good prize.
Well, guys, thanks for listening. I can only apologise for the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure the producers are the same. However, like, share, comment.
It means that for the bottom of his heart. Hearts.
Right, guys, see you in a bit.